What's going on, guys? MVP reviews, entertainment. And today I'm going to be doing my Thor Ragnarok review. Um, I have I got to see the movie early. I do work at a movie theater, so I got to see it a little bit early. So that's great. I saw it on Tuesday, the 31st, so Halloween. So this is not going to be my spoilers review. This will be my non-spoilers review. I will put up a spoilers review probably Friday or Saturday. But yeah, overall, it's a good movie. I'll get my score out of the way. I give it a 72 out of 100. So it's a good movie, but it's not as good as I thought it was gonna be. It's not as good as I wanted it to be, but it's still a pretty solid film. So yeah, I mean, it's just for me, there's too much humor. I mean, a Marvel movie has too much humor, but for me, it just sometimes it fell out of place. Some character motivations were a little bit off for me. Um, but it still was a pretty solid movie. I'm gonna get my negatives out of the way first. Some of the characters weren't the best, pretty one-sided. Um, you had it just it just wasn't exactly as good as I wanted it to be. Um, Now, I liked it probably the no, I guess there was a couple of us in our screening that liked it about the same as me, and other people really loved it. But the positives of this, it's pretty entertaining. It is a pretty entertaining movie. And some of the characters are great. Thor's really good. Loki's good. Tom Hiddleston's back as Loki, and like a lot of the humor does work. I just feel like they kept banging you over the head with it a little bit too much. Um, you got to, you kind of got to know, you got in rhythm with the movie. It was like joke, a little bit joke, a little bit joke, and so that was a little bit annoying. And I mean, I wanted there to be the action scenes were okay, but they weren't great at all. Um, But like also another positive is Hulk was good. The Hulk and Thor dynamic, the dynamic between the characters in this movie is one of the biggest bright spots from Thor and Loki to Thor and Valkyrie to Thor and Hulk. Thor and Hulk in this movie is pretty entertaining. This couple conversations they have is pretty entertaining. Um, but Um, the the villain, Kate Kate Blanchett was good. I'd say she was good. I don't think she was great. I don't think she was amazing. Um, but I mean, overall, it's a pretty damn solid film. I mean, it's just entertaining. It's funny because there's like there's like to me there's like act 1, act 2, and act 3 for this film, like completely split down the line, act 1, act 2, act 3, and it's the planets. Like you go to some place which I won't mention because it's a spoiler. The movie starts in a place, then they go to Earth, then they go someplace else, and then they go someplace else. So it's kind of split up into like planets. And once you see the movie, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Um, but so just that kind of stuff. I mean, it's just entertaining. I mean, it's kind of hard to. I can't really get into spoilers here, but I wasn't the biggest fan of the ending either, but that's okay. Um, but overall, it is a solid film. I do definitely recommend you go see it. I did not see it in IMAX. I am seeing it on IMAX on Friday at 1:30. Um, so, but and then I work, so I'll actually get it up maybe late Friday. Maybe my spoilers review, I'll probably get up on Saturday. I'll probably do it Saturday and then get it up midday Saturday. But overall, it's a solid film. It's very entertaining. The character dynamics are good. Some of the character motivations are a little bit iffy. Um, and like there's certain characters, Corbel, sorry, I cannot pronounce the name. Cole Urban, the executioner in this movie, is good. He's very predictable. Like you just will know. Like he's a very predictable character. Heimdall is in here. He's good. He's pretty good. You have of course you got Hulk, Bruce Banner. He's good. So you have both Hulk and Bruce Banner in this film, and and they're both good. Something about this movie is that more than ever in this film, you know that it is Jesus. Who's the guy that plays Mark Ruffalo? You know that it's Mark Ruffalo doing the motion capture for the Hulk when he's the Hulk because it is creepy. And they even there's this part of this movie where they overlap the faces and it's the exact same thing. So it's creepy. Like now he has a hairy chest. Like it's just whatever. So and another negative. Hulk can talk. Conversations. A couple characters though I did enjoy. I did enjoy the the guy. I forget the name and I apologize. It's the big rock guy who's actually played by the director. He's actually the guy that played that guy, and Taika Waititi. And I'm gonna say I thought he was entertaining. I did laugh at him a decent amount. Um, Now the humor in this film, I'd say there's too much. Another guy in my screening agreed with me. Other people said it was perfect. Um, for a Thor movie, there's too much. For a Guardians of the Galaxy movie, like my dad is a Marvel movie fan and he loves Guardians of the Galaxy. And he's like, okay, is there more humor than Guardians of the Galaxy? I'm like, more? It's close. But they're complete. Thor is supposed to be more serious than Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm sorry, he is. And yes, there's moments of this movie that are serious, but then again, in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, there's moments in that movie that are very serious as well. So, also the underlining things in this movie compared to Guardians of the Galaxy 2 are very similar. Now, some of you might consider that a spoiler, and I do apologize, but that's true. And that would be maybe a spoiler warning here, but it's like, and that's the father and son dynamic. Okay, I'm not getting into anything more than that. That's all I'm gonna say. But the father son dynamic in both of these films, a little bit more in Guardians because that's like knocks you over the head with that. But it is it's also in Thor Ragnarok. So 72 out of 100 is almost exactly. I was at first like 74, 73, and then I thought about them when I dropped it down a little bit. But I think 72 is exactly where this film is. Um, Now you take some of the humor out, and it might even drop down more. So I'm kind of iffy on the humor parts because some of the humor worked for me, some of it didn't. I think it's more that the some of the characters doing humor worked for me, some of the characters didn't. Thor doing one-liners, eh. You have Hulk doing one-liners, good. You have the Rock guy, I forget his name, good. Those kinds of things. And Thor doesn't isn't Thor's not the one doing one-liners, boom, 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 boom. He's not. He's the more toned down character. Uh Valkyrie, played by Tessa Thompson in this movie, she's good. She's good. But her overall motivation I thought was a little bit iffy. But like I don't know. This movie's kind of hard for me. I have to see this movie more than once to actually do like a this is exactly how I think this movie. I think a 72 is probably where I'm gonna land. Right now, that's a tentative 72 because I want to see this movie again. I want to see this movie again in IMAX because I think this in IMAX. Normally, IMAXs will bump the score up of a movie, which for me, I actually probably shouldn't do because it's the same movie. But then again, this movie, I think in IMAX 3D will be pretty cool. So, but overall, it is a solid film. It's not amazing. It's not great, but I definitely enjoyed it. It's entertaining. I'll see it again. I will probably see it a third time. I don't know if I'll see it more than 3 times. I'll probably go see it once by myself on Friday, once again with my dad, and that'll be probably it for this. I might go see it for, I don't know. I am, of course, waiting for Justice League because that is my most anticipated movie ever. I requested walk off for that. I'm seeing an opening night, blah, 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 blah. But this is, of course, Thor Ragnarok regular review. For my spoilers review, it'll be bigger. It'll be probably 25 minutes to half an hour. I'll go into all the details, all that crap. I'll be doing things here on the sides and a bunch of that and different rankings and shit. But for now, this will be my Thor Ragnarok review. Solid film, guys. Go see it. This will be up on Wednesday. The movie will come out Thursday night. Go see it. It is a solid movie, entertaining, decent characters. If you're into Marvel's humor, this has a lot of Marvel's humor. Taika Waititi did a pretty good job on this film. It's it is my second favorite Thor movie. That I can agree on, or that I can say. Thor 1 still definitely Thor 1 for me is definitely better than this movie. But then it's Thor Ragnarok, then it's Thor 2. So, and like this movie's a lot different than those movies. Like there's no Jane in this. There's no Cat in this. There's no any like of those characters in this movie at all. Also the Grandmaster, it kind of worked for me, kind of didn't. That would be Jeff Goldblum's character. He seemed for me to be a little bit too cartoony, but maybe that's just me. So overall, guys, go see that. It's a solid movie. It's another notch in Marvel's belt. Yeah, 72 out of 100 for MVP reviews score on the Marvel Cinematic Universe film Thor Ragnarok. Please like, subscribe, and do all that fun stuff. If you are interested in any collectible things, also check out my other channel. It's a collectible channel, and I'll leave a link in the description. Peace, guys. Thanks for watching.